that time of the morning. Happy Saturday. Today on the rise is the pork belly. I'm going to be making some bacon. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make bacon. Now I'm using a certain kind of salt. Okay, I'm going to show you this. So this salt is a little bit special. It preserves the color. I know you don't like preservatives. Yes, you can just use straight up salt, or sea salt if you want, or whatnot. But I mean, I do like a hot dog. I like, you know, the food that's out there, salamis and all this stuff. They're great, you know, and the processed meats, but they're high in nitrates, okay, way up here in the nitrates, because they use the food preservation thing here a little bit more than you really need to, as far as I'm concerned. So I lower the level by making my own. I make my own bacon and I don't use a lot of nitrates, okay? Just enough to preserve the color, and I'm not big on the salty bacon, so that gives me the ability to reduce the amount. You know, your corned beef is full of it. If you buy corned beef, it's just, or salt pork, it's full of nitrates, right? You have to remove these nitrates before you try to eat it. You have to, so basically what they're doing is over salting and then removing it after, right? For preservation. It doesn't necessarily have to happen that way. You can add just enough nitrates in there and then just cook it. You don't have to remove any. So we're gonna head to the kitchen and we're gonna possibly trim a few pork bellies. I'm gonna show you how to dry rub them. Now I do put a bit of sugar on there. Some people like to put maple syrup on there instead of sugar. I don't like it because it sours the bacon, okay? Hear me out, sours the bacon. The best maple bacon that you can have, as far as I'm concerned, okay? I'm pretty refined on the flavor thing, and I really don't like the maple flavor in my bacon, okay? A lot of you love it, you think it's great. Well, maybe if you tried my bacon, you'd see the difference. I put it in the smoker and I use rock maple to flavor it. I use the wood itself. I don't use the sugar from it, because the sugar adds another flavor to the meat, whereas the wood's going to add all the flavor I need. That sweetness, I'll just put natural white sugar and even brown sugar, because of the molasses. It does give it that little sourness to it, you know, in the end. The end product is not as nice to the palate, I find. And it's a matter of opinion. There's some people out there, oh my, maple bacon. If I smell maple syrup in bacon, but I'll tell you, if you're boiling a big pot of sap to make candy with, and you have a big chunk of pork down in there cooking with it, makes really good candy. And that piece of pork, after it's finished, I put some salt on there. Oh boy, is it ever good. You know, it's really, really good. Sweet, but good. Nice piece of pork. But don't confuse that with, you know, there's bacon that you can put maple syrup to, or maple flavor to. Most of the bacon that you eat out there has got fake maple flavor to it. As soon as I smell that cooking, I think I cry and I leave. I can't handle that smell. I ordered a pizza the other day, I don't want to tell you from where, but it had that kind of bacon on it, and I'll never eat that bacon again on a pizza there. So, it's that serious to me. I use nitrates versus not. Preserve the flavor. The flavor in the meat will stay a lot better if you use it than not. I mean, it turns gray if you don't. It has an unappealing look to it. And a lot of the eating experience is visual also. If it doesn't look good, people will have it in their mind it doesn't taste good. Like, you know, poutine râpé, for example. Some people just can't handle that. Some other people think it's just so great, you know. So the nitrates are a personal thing, whether you want to or not. I'm just saying that your results are not going to be the same. And if you're going to be trying to make a quality product, you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with that, you know. And it comes down to its prog. You can buy it online at Amazon, but you have to learn to use it, and the way they tell you to use it is not necessarily what you should be doing. That's just a guideline, and I find it's too much. And so if you want to gourmet it up, you might want to reduce these levels and refine the flavors. Let's go down to the kitchen. So, we're going to be trimming these a little bit. I trim these so it makes nice bacon. I get the quality bacon. And then whatever's left, I turn into poutine râpé or frico or something. Because believe it or not, take cubes of this stuff, fry it up in the pan, add some onions and stuff, boil it in water for a while. There you have it, frico. Frico doesn't have to be just chicken, you know. It could be pork. So we're going to trim these pork bellies now. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's what you're going to need to do this. You're going to need some nitrate salt and a bit of sugar. Like I said, you can use brown sugar. You can use maple syrup. To me, it's ruining your bacon. But if you want to do it this way, try my way and use real maple wood, not fake anything in pellets and all that stuff. Real wood. These smokers that you have to buy pellets for and everything. Sorry. There, now I've trimmed the pork bellies. Trimmed the pork bellies up. And we're left over with a bit of stuff. We're left over with this stuff. I'm going to show you what I do with this. I cube that up. I get rid of some of the fat and cube it up. Make poutines or râpé. What I like to do is a pork belly frico or pork belly soup. So I'll show you some of this later on. I'm just going to cut this meat up right now. We're going to keep going with the bacon. So out of 3 pork bellies, which are roughly about 10, 12 pounds each, I got some left. So I got about, a good 2 pounds of meat there, going on 3 pounds maybe. And I've got 2 or 3 pounds of fat there. So for trimmings, you buy a pork belly. If you trim it a bit, you're going to lose some, you know. So I probably lost about 2 pounds of pork belly if I was to add it all up. So what was 12 pounds is now 10 pounds. And the price just went up on the bacon, you know. And you wonder why your gourmet bacon costs 10 bucks a pound. Well, it's because it's to make quality bacon, you have to shave it. So here's how you put the salt to. Making bacon for myself here. This is my own project I'm making bacon so that I don't have to do it during the summer when I have everybody here. So here's how I go about it. Now I have to put the nitrate salt on there, so I grab a handful like this, you know, and I just do this with my hand basically. I put some on there. I put a little bit more. There. Now, I have to flip it. So before I do, I'll rub in this salt everywhere. There. And then I'm going to sprinkle. So again, a handful of salt. And you rub it in. Try to get the edges. And then just a bit of sugar. not a lot of sugar. I just put, let's say, 2 tablespoons on this whole belly. 3 tablespoons, like 2 tablespoons per side is plenty. Right? Maybe even 1. Depends how sweet you like it. I don't like it too sweet. There, that's it. Now, all I'm going to do is roll it like this. I'm going to have a GoPro soon. It'll be a way better picture. And then I'm going to put it in a bag. So one more time. Handful of salt. Okay. Now, you rub it, and if there's more, just let it fly off, you know, like, just make sure that it's everywhere. I see here where there's a lot. Just rub that down, and just so that it's evenly spread everywhere. And I'll do the sugar the same. I'll just pick some up like this. See how much sugar I got? Not a lot. I'm just gonna spread this here. Now, you could wear gloves for this if you don't like the salt in your hands. I don't like wearing the gloves because I can't feel what I've got on there is good. I do it by feel, you know? So, there it is, all rolled up. Roll them up, it helps them to cure, and then I turn them as it cures for the next 3 days. It takes about a week per inch to go through fatty pork if you're not injecting it. Where this is like 2 inches thick, and I'm doing it from both sides. 3 days is pretty much good enough. I mean, I'm gonna smoke it, and then I'm gonna leave it for another 24 hours after it's smoked so that it can, after I got it vacuum packed so that it can finish curing all the way through, and then pop it in the freezer. And that's all there is to it. I'm gonna show you the rest of the process as it goes, 3 days from now. As far as that pork that's left, we're gonna fry that up. I'm gonna show you how to make a pork frico with the leftover pork belly. It's just absolutely delicious. You're gonna love it.